Hello, Miami. This is Let's Chat with Disco George, and today I am bringing you another fantastic guest. I just have a question for you. Do you have a dog? When was the last time you bathed him, cleaned his ears, gave him practically like a spa treatment? I'm sure it's been a while, but I found the best place to do it, Scenthound. They've been around for a while. More than 2 years in the community, but they're expanding everywhere. If you're on Coral Gables, Kendall, or Pinecrest, you're in for a treat today. Stay tuned. Mariano, thank you for coming.
Good morning, George.
How are you today?
What an introduction. It is a pleasure to be here, and thank you so much for the invitation, George.
No, it's a pleasure. It's been it took us a little while to get together, but you know, that's still how it is today. Today it's going to be fantastic.
I'm looking forward to it.
Well, I've been, from the day one of going to your location, I've been impressed. Okay? My dog actually smiles. It's very rare to see a dog smile, but my dog smiles when he leaves that place. He shines. It's practically like getting a new dog.
All right.
I love it. The shampoos you use, they're the best. The treatment and the customer service is number one. And if it's not you, that you've been there since day one, your staff is great. They even know Anakin's name. By the way, Anakin is my dog's name. Okay, so Anakin Skywalker.
Oh, yeah.
And as soon as I walk in, they're like, "Hey, Anakin!"
I know him well.
Yeah. So tell me, how did this whole thing start? Because it's a new concept in the pet industry.
Yes. How did it start for me, or how did Scenthound start?
Well, you could let's start with Scenthound, and then we could trickle in.
All right. So Scenthound has been in business for about more than 10 years. They started franchising the concept about 3 years ago. I happen to be franchisee number 2. To tell you a little bit about me, I'm from Venezuela, moved to the States almost 30 years ago, went to business school, had a very successful corporate career. And then something that we call midlife crisis hit when I was around my early 50s. And I said, what I'm going to do in kind of my next professional chapter. I have always been a dog parent. I have always adored my dogs. But as a parent, I guess I didn't know enough of what routine care played for the well-being of dogs. So I started looking what to do, and I found Scenthound, which is a very unique concept to keep dogs clean and healthy.
Yes. Well, and if you don't mind me asking, what school did you go to?
So I went to in Winston-Salem to Wake Forest University in North Carolina.
Okay.
I moved with my wife, age 23. Right after college, we came to the States, learned the language, applied for business school, and I found this relatively small school, but very good school in North Carolina, in a place called Winston-Salem that is not very well known. And after that, I went into a corporate career for 21 years. Wow. In multiple cities and multiple countries. And
when did you get to Miami?
So we moved to Miami in 2019. That was my last assignment. And then that's when I decided to do a career change. And I discovered Scenthound. And 3 years later, it took about a year to develop everything. And then 2 years in business since we opened Coral Gables doors.
Okay. So I know it took you a little while to open the Gables location.
Oh, yes.
I was standby. I was like, open. But I finally started. So tell us a little, where are you exactly located in the Coral Gables for the people that don't know where you are?
So we are in 4583 Ponce de Leon, intersection Lejeune and Ponce, diagonal to Havana Harris that everybody knows.
Yes.
We are in the ground floor of the Gables Ponce Apartments, right across from Lifetime Building, right across from the Metro Rail. Very good location, very convenient, state-of-the-art facilities. That's where we are.
Yeah,
Store
I love
number
it.
one.
I love going, besides dropping off Anakin there, since it's in the Gables, there's always a nice place to eat.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so I always do, like you said, either Havana Harry's, Cafe Bistro, Yard House. So
Lots of options.
Lots of options, and the best part is that you guys are very efficient. So you know, even though you do a great job, you do it at a very good time. So I could drop them off, have lunch, and by the time before I get my bill, I'm getting a text. Hey, your dog is ready for pickup.
Yeah, it should be fast, easy, affordable, caring, and loving. That's
Yes.
how I would summarize what we do. A dog, George, like Anakin, is really a 30-minute service, right, in which he gets a bath, ear cleaning, teeth brushing, nail clipping, and ready to go. Short-coated, double-coated dogs like Anakin, that's what they need, right? And there are not a lot of places that can get it done affordable and quick. You can go and have lunch, and Anakin will be ready to be picked up. And the routine care aspect of the concept is the most important thing. If we were doing the teeth of Anakin every 3 to 6 months, then it's not the same that having him in Scenthound once a month, once a week, getting the routine care that he needs.
Yeah. Production, when you get a chance, please put a picture of Anakin. No,
Since we're talking so much about him,
Anakin,
right?
you know, might as well put him on.
Look at him.
Look at my pup. I had a question for you. I picked this picture obviously for two reasons, because I love him to death. But you know, now it's so hot. They do go in the pool.
Yes.
Do you? Obviously, this is not right after you guys did it. But what do you think the dogs should do after if they go into the pool?
So after, what I would recommend you to do is just a quick wash with a hose to remove the chlorine.
Okay.
A towel dry in the case of Anakin, and you're good until the next visit to Scenthound.
Okay.
Right? My dog, Kai, he is a swimmer. And he dives. He's crazy.
Wow.
He would pick up every single toy that is in the bottom of the pool, regardless of how deep the pool is.
Wow.
So for him, I do some drops in the ears after swimming, just to keep them dry and to prevent ear infection.
I've heard that. What kind of breed is your dog?
It's a golden retriever.
Golden Retriever.
Yeah.
The number one dog. I know you already know what I'm going to ask you. The golden doodles. They're everywhere. I love them.
All the doodles. Yes.
All the doodles. I love the doodles. It's one of those happiest dogs and so smart. A friend of mine has one. And they love the dog, but they've also told me that they have some issues with the ears sometimes. That I don't know. Sometimes they constantly have to add drops. Is there which is the most the breed that has the most ear problems, or dogs that really need the maintenance on a monthly basis?
So I don't know if there is a breed in a specific. I think it dictates a lot about the activities that the dog does. Swimming, for example. There are some hypoallergenic dogs, like all the doodles. Their ears grow hair, and they need to be plucked from time to time to let the ear breathe, right?
Okay.
If they get water, it should be properly dried. But what I can tell you is poodles, golden retrievers, combination of both of them, golden doodles, are swimmers by nature. They were bred to retrieve dogs, and that's why they're called retrievers. So that can be one of the reasons for frequent ear infections. But I tell you, routine care is the best thing that we can do to keep them clean and healthy.
All right, great. That's a great answer. I was very curious because the dog does go in the pool, and even though he's usually on the mat, but that's one of the things I usually just rinse him down or wash him. But I was wondering, I wonder if this is enough.
Yeah, that combined with routine care should be enough.
Okay. All right. Next thing we're going to go to Kendall.
Yes, sir.
All right. I know obviously it's a different location. Where is it? And
so the Kendall Center is my second location because Coral Gables took so long to open. Kendall opened just 6 months after I opened Coral Gables. It is located very close to Miami-Dade Community College on Killian.
Okay.
And in a shopping center where Publix is, Tacos and Tattoos,
Oh, okay. I
a
know
Mexican
exactly where that
restaurant
is.
there.
Isn't that like
too.
107?
That is 117.
117.
Yes.
Okay, there's another Publix there. Oh, wow. Your Publix is everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah. So and that is important for Scenthound too, because in the case of Anakin, to keep with the example, 45-minute service, right? So we want to make sure that you have things around to run errands,
Right.
to be able to come back and pick up Anakin an hour later, let's say. Obviously, Golden Doodles with haircuts, they're longer services, but it is the importance of being in an errand-centric shopping center is giving the customer the option to run errands while we service the dogs.
Okay. And the third location, which is in Pinecrest.
The puppy, the baby.
The baby, is it a little location?
No, in size, it's very similar to the other two, but I call it puppy because it's only 4 months old.
Okay. So it is your baby.
It is the third one, the baby, opened in February of this year. It is located on the US 1 and 117th Street.
Okay.
Right next to Milan Supermarket.
Okay, exactly where it
sandwich
is.
between Sunnyland and Milan's.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So you could go to the grocery shopping. By the time you're done, you pick up your dog.
Correct, and our members or customers can go to any of the 3 locations. They're part of the same
Oh,
family,
really?
and they have the flexibility
Okay.
to do services
That's something I
anywhere.
didn't know. What
Now you know.
what other benefit did I know about?
right.
Tell me, what other benefits do you have?
Other benefits, I tell you, as we compete with the convenience of mobile groomers, which if they're good, they're great. But I would tell you one of the things that I like, and I like a lot of things about Scenthound, but one of the things that I like as a parent is that my dog is going to the same place, getting the same services, given by the same people, either weekly or monthly, right? And I think that is very powerful because they feel anxious when they go to a place, right?
Yes.
And it is very comforting to them to feel at home. So that for me is an intrinsic benefit that we offer because we are consistent, we're loving and caring, and we know our stuff.
Yeah. You know, I love what you said, and I'm sure you guys are loving this too. You're saying dog parent, and you know we really are dog parents,
That's
and
what
we
we are.
create a routine for our pups, which are our babies. They really are.
Yeah.
And what do we want for our babies? Only the best.
Correct. So, George, my wife and I are parents of 4 humans. The baby is 18 years old and is going to college in about 3 months, so we will be officially empty nesters.
Oh wow! Congratulations.
And my guy is my baby,
Yeah.
right? And all my dogs have been my babies. I think the love that a dog gives you is like no other. How unconditional is their love.
Yes.
Right? So why wouldn't we do everything possible to keep them happy and healthy, right? I always kid with my kids that if they told me they love me, the sentence was not complete. There was something expected afterwards.
Oh,
right?
boy, yeah.
Like I'm going to the movies.
Yeah.
Right?
Or we need. Can I ask you a question?
Instead, Kai will sit next to me and he will tell me, I love you, and the only thing that he expected is my head on top of his head. That's
There we
it.
go.
Right?
Yeah. So the concept of Scenthound is broken down into different services, which are, you know, like you said earlier, the grooming. So tell me what, like, let's go with the grooming. Let's start with the grooming because, like you said, there's some long-haired dogs. What is it that you actually could do, like Cocker Spaniels, Great Danes, or even the sheepdogs? Do you do sheepdogs too?
Anything, but I would kind of switch your question. So Scenthound,
Okay.
is an acronym. The S stands for skin, the C for coat, the E for ears, the nails for nails, the N for nails, and the teeth for teeth. right? So those are the 5 most important things we do.
Okay.
We do haircuts like any other groomer. We do it to keep the dogs healthy. We're not stylists. All
Okay.
right. So if you bring me a standard poodle and you want a French poodle cut, which is all the pom-poms that you see, we don't do that. That's not our business. I know people that do it well. We are to keep them clean and healthy, right? But those 5 areas of maintenance is the reason that I got into this business. If you asked me 3 years ago, did I want to be a groomer? I possibly would answer no. I have never had a dog that needs a haircut, right? But all dogs require routine care. And if you think about it, out of the 10 most popular breeds in the U.S., as late as 2022, only one in that list out of 10 requires haircut, which is the poodle. You can bring all the doodles together, which they are not part of the AKC, but let's say that they are combined a breed, very popular. Cysts do not require haircuts. 100% of the dogs require routine care.
Incredible. And, one of the funniest things, I'm sure you're very busy, but the memes I see on social media, I'm sure you guys have seen them too, when people are trying to cut the nails. So tell us a little about that, because that's something that's very traumatizing for most dogs. Tell us what you guys do and how you do such a great job.
So I would say most dogs, George, have what I call a hot button. Something that would ignite the non-nice side of them, let's say, right? Sometimes are the nails. It's the most common one. Sometimes is the blower, the dryer, because it's powerful, it's noisy, and they don't experience it frequently, right? So what we do is just take our time. And the fact that we're a membership concept, that very likely I will see your dog frequently, eventually they will say, you know what, either I like it or I just give up. Go ahead, get it over with, right?
Yeah.
But we have processes with dogs that are uncomfortable with certain services. We use the 1, 2, 3, meaning one person can do it, 2 people have to go and do it, or sometimes 3 people have to go and do it. We don't force them because for us it's extremely important that they have a pleasant experience, because I want them to come back.
Exactly.
Right? And if we were only able to do 2 paws, and we have 2 more paws to do in the next visit, that's perfectly fine. We explain the parents to manage expectations, but we would get the job done because we will see those dogs frequently.
Exactly.
If you see the back of a lot of my shirts, is dogs are family.
I think it's funny is, I have you scheduled on my iPhone, and so I'm like, oh my God, it's already been 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the time goes quickly. One thing that one of your techs or associates told me, Anakin needs a little cleaning already. He is only 2-something years old, but I did notice that they were getting a little
Plaque accumulation, possibly.
Exactly. Tell us a little bit about the process that you guys use for dental.
So we have 3 services for dental. Brushing the teeth, just like we do, hopefully more than twice per day. We brush their teeth with every single visit. Okay. We use an enzymatic toothpaste that helps to prevent the accumulation of plaque every single visit. Then we have something in the middle that is called a plaque reduction treatment, which is a gel that we apply during the 30 minutes of the services, right? And then we do a thorough brushing that helps break mild accumulation of plaque. It is great. Sometimes doing it for 2-3 months consecutive gets the job done, right?
Okay.
And then we offer non-anesthetic dental cleaning, which is you and I going to the dentist every 6 months, right?
I hate the dentist.
Well, but it is a non-anesthetic service. I do believe that anesthesia can be dangerous. right?
All right.
And therefore, if the dog doesn't need it, you should do non-anesthetic dental cleaning.
All
It's
right.
a 45-minute service dedicated at scaling the teeth. The before and afters are incredible. We have a very good partner
And
here in Miami.
the dog is awake the whole time.
Yes, they do a little bundle like the burritos that we used to do with the kids.
Okay.
For little dogs, they do a little burrito and then put it in their lap. The technician will then, with all the equipment that they have, spend about 45 minutes scaling the teeth. And I tell you, the proof is in the before and after. It's just incredible, that service.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
All right. The next thing important. Well, we talked a little about it already. The ears.
Uh-huh.
So, what special treatment do you guys do for the ears? When you is it a regular clean? Do you special?
So that one is a lot simpler. It is an enzymatic ear solution and cotton balls.
Okay.
That's it.
That's easy.
And I will tell you later, we give you a wellness scorecard with every visit. It's called the Scent Check. It's a report card to tell you how the skin, the coat, the ears, the nails, the teeth are. And we give you a recommendation for future services, right?
Okay.
And in there, we score the ears, right? Like, if we take 2 cotton balls and they are really dirty, your dog start losing points from 1 to 5 to alert you that the dogs were dirtier than they should be. We are not vets,
All right.
but if we see something, an irritated ear canal, redness, smell, then we will alert the parents, not only in the scent check, but in the moment of checkout to say, I think you should take your dog to a vet because we noticed very red ears or a yeasty smell in the ear. So hopefully in that way we prevent or we alert.
Okay. Excellent. Excellent. I'm telling you, I've been getting all these services, and I know you're doing them, but I'm resold.
All right.
I want to. I might need a second membership just for me.
I can tell you, George, that we have a travel ticket. It's a document. It's part of the operation.
Okay.
Where we have a lot of information. Every dog has a travel ticket, and it's called a travel ticket because it travels with a dog at all times. And there is a lot of information. My technicians would look at the services that need to be done and any behavior that we have to be aware of. I am always looking at one number in that piece of paper, that is how many visits that dog has had since the creation of the membership or since their first appointment. I'm very proud of Blanca and you because Anakin has been, in fact, at the end of July, he has already an appointment for visit number 25, and we would be open by July 20th. We will be open 25 months. So Anakin has come religiously every single month since we opened Coral Gables. That is simply, I get goosebumps, simply fantastic. Because what a way to keep him clean and healthy and prevent stuff.
Yes.
Right?
That's everything.
That's the reason we exist.
Yeah. Well, I love my dog to death. So I take care of him, and I'm sure you guys love your dogs too. And I'm telling you, this is one thing, I don't get paid for him coming here or anything like that. He always treats me good, but this is, I just want you guys to know the best service that I'm giving my dog, and he surprised me because I knew I've been going every month, but that's pretty awesome. Finally,
Yes,
the
sir.
most important thing, and I'm sure you guys want to know, the memberships.
Yes.
There's lots of people, I'm sure, like, where do I sign up?
All right. So you can call us in any of the 3 centers, and we definitely can book an appointment, give you the opportunity, I believe, to have this conversation in person, right? So I could sell memberships over the phone, but I prefer the customer and the dog to experience us and then decide if the membership makes sense to them. Is month to month, no packages, no long-term commitments. It is $6 just to provide that routine care that is so important. If I have you every 3 months because your dog needs a haircut, and I only see you every 3 months or every 6 months, we're not doing the job. So that frequency is very important. But we have an app You can create a membership in the app. You can call us. You can visit us. And we have 3 memberships at the moment. 2 of them are 1 visit per month. And one of them, the top of the line, is called the Unlimited Plus. You can come as many times in the month as you want. You can be in the center once a week, every 10 days. All the memberships give you the most important thing, which we call it the basic hygiene package, is a bath, ears, nails, and teeth. It's a foundation for every single breed there is.
Okay.
Then, if your dog, you have a husky, I would always recommend you to do a brush out, blow dry on that husky. The inner coat is super dense. It is extremely important that that dog is perfectly dry, and the powerful dryer and the brushing helps with the nightmare of shedding. Right?
Oh my God, yes.
So that would be something additional that you paid at the moment of the service, and it is discounted 25% for the member. And if your dog, you have any kind of doodle or any hypoallergenic dogs that requires haircuts, then the barber package will be paid at the time of the appointment. All memberships gives you what is needed by every single dog, which is the basic hygiene.
And what if somebody just wants to try, the service? They have somebody already, but they just want to try at least 1 month to see.
Yes. So the first visit of every single customer, they get member pricing.
Okay.
So they will feel like a member, they will pay like a member, and then that's our opportunity to tell them who we are and what we do, and then they can decide if they want to join. It's called the Monthly Care Club.
Okay.
And they can decide to join it or to come as non-members. Obviously, members get a 25% discount on all services. Non-members do not.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
All right, so the last thing I wanted to ask you is what social media? Obviously, you guys are watching Facebook. You're on Facebook.
All right.
Yeah. Are you on Instagram too?
Yeah, so we have Instagram, Facebook page, website that I encourage everybody to go to is www.scenthound.com.
Okay, tell them right there.
www.scenthound.com. Not only explains who we are and what we do, but there is a section in wellness that has weekly blogs of information that I tell you I thought I knew as a dog parent since I was 5 years old, that I knew my stuff, but I'm always learning more, and that blog is a great resource.
Last thing.
Yes, sir.
Tell us the phone number where to call.
Well, it's going to be 3 numbers.
Okay, let's start with Coral Gables.
786-527-2989. That's the phone number for Coral Gables.
Okay, Kendall?
786-568-8013.
Okay, and Pinecrest?
Man, this is a test for memory.
Well, I'm telling you.
786-706-5408. Those are the 3 numbers. You can also go to www.scenthound.com, go to locations, and then as soon as you put your zip code, it would give you the option of your closest Scenthounds near you.
All right. Well, thank you. It's been quick, but it feels like we just did a little...
George, I really appreciate the time.
Well, I appreciate you coming, and I hope you had a great time.
I did. Thank you so much again.
If you guys enjoyed the video, please hit the like, and if you really liked it, share it to your friends. Have a great weekend.